Right, you join me for it's not the late night live, but early live. Before, or even if I won't be able to do a late night live, and I'm have a wonderful night view of Malvern, Queensborough area. Lovely deck area that I'm on, and yeah, how's that view? Beautiful sky, stars are out, or a few there. And good evening, welcome. I will get myself on the program just now. Let me just get you guys on. You can enjoy the Azad Reina. How are you, darling? Welcome to the platform. And right, who else is online? Just say hi. Sorry, I'm early. Bit unplanned, but something that I want to do because we got a good news story to share with you today. Neri Naidu, how are you? Hey, Neri is always online. Fran Narikos, it is a beautiful view. Yeah, they built a lovely deck here and a bank that's good to use, and they've got a lovely deck, right? And there we go. I'm online. You can see me in the dark. Put some light on me. There we go. Right, we are here, and we are somewhere in Malvern, and we got a good news story to share with you. I just heard the story now, and you're gonna be but blown away by it, hopefully, because it is a good news story, and it is something that's also gives credence to Ganoderma, the product I'm also promoting. And yeah, so good evening. If you're new, just say hello. Where you watching from? Simi, how are you? Rowan Jerome says hi. Right, we're going to share some stories with you. Just hang in there. Marlin says beautiful. Right, those of you just joined us, here's the beautiful view. And it's a lovely day. It's not even cold. I can do without my jacket, although it's on. Charmaine Pillay, how are you? Beautiful view. And there's another beautiful view. How's that view? That's a good view. Right. Let's get this beautiful view in here as well. Right. Casey Khan, apparently, yeah. I can see her face. Rose, tell us why we're here. You invited me here. What's happening here? I know we got a good news story to share.
Yes, Casey. It's just been so amazing what the Ganoderma, the reishi mushroom, has done for a colleague and a good friend of ours, a guy by the name of Tony, who almost had his foot amputated. And with just the right amount of our king coffee and the Ganoderma spores, we actually saved his foot.
Yeah, so I just heard his story inside, a bit of it. He's going to share it with us now, hopefully. And we let the people know. It's quite an amazing story, good story to share. And I'm sure you're excited about it as well after hearing the good reviews of the product Ganoderma and the reishi. There's the
reishi mushroom.
Yes, yeah.
Changing lives a cup at a time. It's just about bringing the treasures of the earth to the people of the world. And,
right, so obviously everyone's skeptical of new products and all of that, and good to hear these stories. I mean, he's testifying himself here, and about it, which I heard him too, and it's a real life story. So, Tony, what's his name?
Tony Naidu.
So the Naidu family. We're going to meet the Naidu family now. Tony ready? Okay, Tony ready. All right, ready. Naidu doesn't matter. She doesn't know the surname. Is it Tony ready or Naidu?
It's ready.
It's ready. Okay, Tony ready.
Tony is ever ready.
Tony is ready. Right. We're going to meet Tony. Ready? That Tony. Right. You want to go into your? Tony's busy with this. Tony's got a bar here as well. But Tony doesn't talk. But he's got a bar. Right. So you want to get a jet to your dining room or lounge where you're more comfortable? This is our film star, yeah?
How are you guys doing?
Right, Amit. I'll try and sit opposite you, maybe. Yeah. So we can all do our social distancing and all of that, so that we don't have anybody.
Numbers are picked up. Right. 8,000. In case there are any people.
What? Oh, the numbers are good. So we're trying to be safe as much as we can. Right, so we're here with the Reddy family, not Naidu, as Rose said to us, and we're going to hear some testimony from Tony, which I know about. I heard his story just now. His wife is with us as well, and so is Rose. So right, let's meet Tony. There you go. That's Tony.
Hi.
Good afternoon, Tony.
Good afternoon.
Thanks for having me over and to share your story with us. So let's start off first with your condition. What condition do you have?
Well, basically, I'm a cardiac patient and a diabetic.
Yeah. And your leg story you had?
Yeah, now the injury that I have, I've got this leg problem now.
What you're saying? What in terms of not having feeling in your leg? What is
I
that?
had no feelings in the bottom.
What's it called?
Diabetic neuropathy.
Neuropathy. You've had that for a while.
Yeah, for about 4 years now.
And so recently, a couple of weeks back, what happened?
I actually was doing a little prayer for the car that I bought, and I was on the tar for like about 3 minutes. Couldn't feel anything or how it was, and
Because you don't have any feeling in the
I had
legs.
no feeling on the foot. And then when I got home, and the next day when I look at my foot, I see the skin has dropped off, and there was a 3rd-degree burn under my foot.
So you had burnt your foot
On the
underneath
tar, yeah,
on the
basically.
tar. Actually, this burning of the feet, by the way, let me just tell you guys why I put the camera onto me. This burning of the feet, a couple of months back as well, a friend of mine went to the beach and walked across the sand and burnt the entire of his under of his foot. I said, I can't believe it. I never. It's the second story I'm hearing about this burning of the feet, and he same skin fell off.
Yeah.
That's amazing that we just take that for granted. So anyway, you had this your foot burnt. You got 3rd-degree burns, and then
Yeah, I went to my doctor and they referred me to the wound specialist who was treating it for about a month, but it wasn't healing that well. So he said I'd rather go for a bit of surgery to do some debridement of the wound. And like there's a lot of dead tissue on the inside, maybe that's why it's not healing.
so debridement is taking out the
dead tissues.
The dead tissues, yeah.
And then I went on the 4th of May. I went to hospital on the 5th. I was in theatre. They did the debridement and things like that. I was discharged on the 8th, and I was fine. I was having it treated for the next 2 weeks by the wound specialist. And until one of these guys that make these special shoes for you to wear in order to take the pressure off your foot made me a shoe, but as I said, I couldn't feel on my feet. And he put on my
Let's see that shoe, by the way, so they can see your leg. That's the special shoe made for you.
Yeah.
Let me just try and sit here, then maybe we can peel off the shoe. So they made a special shoe for you.
Yeah, and then the straps were like a bit too tight.
Yeah.
And which I didn't know, but in 2 days of wearing the shoe, I just noticed a whole lot of blisters on the top of my foot.
So you tightened the shoe basically.
That's why he told me to pull it.
You thought it was loose, so you tightened it, yeah. And then you ended up with blisters.
Ended up with blisters on my top of my toes, and when I found the wound specialist,
Sanjeev is saying that diabetes kills your nerve ends and you lose your sense of
circulation.
yeah.
On my foot, yeah.
Okay, right. So Sanjeev is on there line, yeah.
And then
So you end up with blisters after that.
a lot of blisters, big blisters on the top of my toes.
Yeah.
Didn't make sense to me being a medical person because my wound is far away from this, and I was like trying to figure out what's going on. And then I went to the wound specialist the next morning, and she referred those pictures to the doctor, and the surgeon said, admit him immediately to hospital. And then I get to hospital, they have a look at it, they take me back to theatre, do a further debridement, which didn't work very well. And then I was referred to a vascular surgeon, who was a very good guy. And he said to me, basically now there's no circulation going to my foot, there's no pulses to my foot, and he's going to take me to theatre and put in some balloon stents, which was a 5-hour operation last week Friday. And it was quite successful because I ended up having bounding pulses on my foot, and you could see the circulation going off, and the color of the skin started changing a little bit. But unfortunately, he said I've lost the toes because the tissues are all dead and it's going to take to gangrene and things, so you need to amputate it.
So that's where the important part is. The bad word people don't want to hear is amputation.
Yeah.
So he said he needs
it needs to
to,
be amputated.
because you can't save your toes. You've got
Exactly.
no feelings or no blood circulation. He wants
He was
to.
going to do something called a CMA, where the cross section of the foot with the toes, after foot with the toes goes off.
How does that make you feel at that point?
Oh my gosh, you don't want to know.
Yeah, I'm
I
just.
was totally terrified.
I know early on you were very blasé about it, but I mean, to hear it,
I
you're going
was
to
terrified. I don't know.
be. You hear stories of one time, then more feet, and legs are
I
gone,
was a
all
very
of
strong
that.
somebody, like being in my job as a paramedic, I could block off a lot of issues that we had at work.
Yeah.
But this was difficult because it was happening to
Happening
me.
to you.
Yeah, and although I had a lot of positive things from people telling me do this and do that,
But you still have to deal with it.
I
Eh?
have to deal with it. And anyway, my sister Molly,
So at that point, amputation was the
was
was prescribed by your
vascular surgeon.
surgeon, who's somebody we all, when we go to doctors, we take their word for it.
Yes.
Right? This is what we need to
Yeah.
do, right?
But at that time, his sister didn't know anything.
No, my
Yeah.
sister didn't
And
know
she's a very
anything.
spiritual person, and I felt that she needed to know. So I phoned her. And when I phoned her, she was very upset, and she said, no way. Just give me a couple of days. and Tony needs to go on this thing now. So when I phoned him, he says, no, it's already going to be amputated. It's not going to do me much good.
She says, go on this thing. What thing?
The King Coffee and the Ganoderma, the spores.
Yeah, you just put that
Capsule.
here. So is she already on this type of products?
She's, what you call her?
Yes,
Yeah,
she's
she is.
very part of the company.
Just bring the spores thing to me closer, Strauss. Yeah. So that's what. So she said to you,
She said
he must go on this product.
She said, do not let them amputate. But when I called him, he says, what can you do in a couple of days? Because it was like 3-4 days.
But I think he's being realistic. He was being realistic,
Yeah,
because
he
I would
said-
have been practical
Yeah,
and
he
realistic
said
as him
no.
as well. Yeah.
So I said to him, I said, you know what, this could be divine intervention because I trust her spiritually. And I said, no, I'm going to get it. And it's also like quite pricey. So if you start taking it, you got to
Yeah.
And then Rose phoned me. And when she called, I told her, I asked her if she could get it to the hospital.
Yeah.
So when she went out of her way to do that,
That's
and when
how
she got
Rose-
it to the hospital, I think that
So
was
that's
the
when
turning
he
point.
started serving it in the hospital. He started having it in the hospital.
hospital.
Yeah.
In ICU.
I was
Yeah.
taking it in ICU. And I was taking
What
it
was your
because-
thoughts initially to take this product? Would you?
No, because initially it's a capsule, so
Yeah.
in my mind it's some kind of medication. I wasn't knowledgeable at that time. It's like a superfood.
Yeah.
So I was asked to take it every hour that I was awake, and basically I was awake more than 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
So it was like more than 24 capsules a day I was being taking aggressively, and the coffee is like about 5 or 6 a day I was taking. And that I started on a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday I was taking it for 4 days, and I couldn't see much of a difference in terms of the wound at that time. But the major difference I found was happening to my body was that I'm a very diabetic. I take insulin 4 times a day. I take glucose 40,000 milligrams at night, and I found that 4 days I'm only taking my morning insulin, and my sugar is not going more than 7 or 8.
Is
So
it?
the normal
And this how long? So you have diabetes for how long?
for 15 years.
So this thing that you're saying that you're taking once, you'll know there's a difference.
Major up to now.
Yeah.
Basically, and then and then Wednesday came and the surgeon walked up to me. He looked, Eric, you need to make a decision now because I need to book theatre by the end.
So what day this was?
This was on Wednesday. What was the date?
So but Friday you were booked for theatre.
Friday. Yeah.
He was going for the amputation.
Second. Yeah. No, not Tuesday.
Yeah.
No, this week Friday when it was.
Yeah.
Was booked for
Last
theatre.
week Wednesday was the 26th
No,
when
it
when
was
he
on
told.
the 5th or 6th, I think. It was.
Yeah, 5th or 6th.
Anyway, and then he said, make the plan. You need to give me permission now to book theatre and things like that. So I looked at him, and I never answered him. And he looked at me again. He said, "Oh, it looks like you're not ready for it yet." So I didn't even ask him for a second opinion. So he suggested that let me, one of my senior colleagues, who's a vascular surgeon, who is in the hospital today, I will get him to come see you today, which was the Wednesday.
Yeah.
And that made me a little happy. I got some time now for this guy to come see me. I haven't made a decision as yet. And then Wednesday goes by, he doesn't turn up. Thursday goes by, he doesn't rock up.
And the op is Friday.
Friday, the opposition for Friday.
Yeah.
So Friday morning, he still didn't rock up, and then these people all came on me to sign the
So
consent.
you're ready to go into theatre.
Sign the consent for theatre, sign the consent for the anaesthetists and everything. So I'm in my mind. I said, well, I have to do what I have to do.
Yeah.
I have to do it. But then as I said, my wife said, it's divine intervention. This guy rocks up 1 hour before I'm going to theatre while they were preparing me to go to theatre. And he looked at me, he had to examine my foot thoroughly and says, why are you going to theatre? So I explained to him, this is what the surgeon said. He said, bullshit, this foot is salvageable. You are not taking this foot out. And he raised his voice a bit. He told nurses, go now and cancel all operations and all theatre.
Wow.
He is not going to theatre.
So with an hour to go to theatre to have your foot amputated,
Yeah, he
this
came down to the
vascular
wire
surgeon
basically. Yeah.
comes in and says, stops everything.
Yeah, he stops everything. And then I was sitting there shocked a little bit overwhelmed, and that's the time she just decided to phone. I couldn't talk to her, I just gave the phone to the nurse to talk to her.
Yeah.
Like she was over the moon, and the same, she was crying. If the nurses were more than that, over the moon than anybody else.
Yeah.
But they knew what was happening to me.
Yeah.
And that's then. And I looked at my foot properly as a paramedic, and I looked at the difference on my foot. My toes started moving.
So you start getting movement in the toes.
after-
Yeah.
As you can see,
Yeah.
I couldn't move my toes at all.
Yeah.
Right, and they did, because the same, if you open the wound and never look at it now, the cells are all dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, and then I said to myself, the only thing that would have made this difference is those 4 capsules in the Ganoderma King coffee.
Just-
So I
just-
can't think of any other medication would have did this. And the surgeon actually agreed with me when I told him about it.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, it's like God's intervention what happened here, And that's why I was discharged the following day. And
The following day, discharge, yeah?
on Friday, then, but they kept me till Monday for the weekend. My GP kept me. He was being like 100% with me. He was like another angel. And they gave me all the confidence and which actually worked. It's Dr. Sair and I do. It was very, very good. They kept me in the Monday they kept me as well, and it's a Tuesday morning. Then Dr. Raj came back, the second rescue surgeon came back to me. He said, listen, you don't need to be in hospital anymore. You just need to be in the sunlight with your foot elevated. It will take time, but your foot will heal. But I know it was definitely.
So you saying this, look, many people come with many ideas, and these sort of things are all over the place, people saying stuff and whatever. But you know, because obviously you've been suffering with this for a long time, and then you can feel that, and being a paramedic as well, you can't be easily fooled.
Exactly.
You believe that this is the only product that's actually changed.
And even the nurses, like, they were shocked. Hey, what happened here? How this happened? The antibodies is not going to do this. And I opened the drawer and I took out the box of King coffee and I showed it. And they said, I want to know, what is this? That to give an explanation, that time was so hard.
Because you didn't know much yourself.
I
you were
didn't know much
taking
myself. No, but
and then overall taking it with the coffee, what's your overall? You're a paramedic, so you're a medical person. What?
I was somebody that never believed in conventional medication and natural from the earth. But I know now the good that this has done me within a week and a half.
Yeah.
And 100%. It's more apart from the foot. I've got my energy levels up.
Yeah.
Bright and up.
And you controlling your sugar levels.
Controlled perfectly.
Yeah.
And I'm still on the thing at the moment. I'm now down to like 2 cups of coffee, is the water, 2 to 4 capsules a day.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling good. And I could see the difference in my foot from the time I came out of hospital for 2 days already. I had the wound specialist come out yesterday. She was quite amazed at the way it was looking. And she says, don't worry, we'll get this foot right. And this is where I'm sitting right now.
Yeah, and you have you definitely can feel you've got better. You've got movement. You can move your toes. Yeah, which you couldn't do for how long?
For the last couple of years.
Years. Moving your toes, you haven't been able to do for years.
We just stopped there.
Yeah.
Just walked on the foot line, yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
Actually,
so
for even this foot which was only as well.
Yeah. So
I know what this has done for me.
Yeah.
And as a medical person, I know it wasn't antibiotics that did that.
Yeah.
And then we're obviously using some top bacterial stuff at the moment, like Acticoat Flex, which is very expensive.
To clean.
It's like for smaller
Clean
sheets, it's 10,000.
Yeah.
Which I'm now, I managed to get some and using on my foot because it's a great debriver and it's a great fungus killer and infection killer, which I'm using at the moment. And it seems to be working 100%.
Yeah, Rose, maybe you can shift in a bit more and give us bring Rose in on the. So Rose, how do you feel about this testimony for your product? We've been online a couple of times trying to tell people about this King coffee, which I don't push it down people's throats, so to speak. And these sort of things help to say give credence to a product and how it helps people and where it goes. So how can you? This is what you've been. This is to you will be great news because this is what you've been preaching.
This is what I've been working with because in 2015 when I was diagnosed with cancer and we came across this and seeing as how it helped me and me being a stubborn person when it came to medication and also heated coffee at the time had changed my life around. I had my cancer removed, but I went straight onto this. And with every cup, you're getting oxygen into you. And if you know how important oxygen is for you to prevent a whole lot of illness, sicknesses, diseases, viruses, and so on, then you'll know what oxygen can how it can actually prevent a whole lot of illnesses as well. So unfortunately,
so Alistair is asking already, where can we buy this product? So Alistair, obviously you can make contact with me. Just WhatsApp me on this number, yeah.
Yes.
Or inbox me, and we will try and help you out to get the product. Carry on, Rose. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah. So basically oxygen in a cup of coffee, tea, hot cocoa. The spore capsules.
So let's talk about the spore capsule. What is that all about?
This is the most potent of all. We have the spores in the King of Coffee as well. This is our most potent coffee from all our coffees, and then this is just the spore powder on its own, which is like when people have a whole lot of illness, sicknesses, chronic illnesses, we put them onto this together. It's really, really powerful and helps them with whatever they're suffering with. So bringing the treasures of the earth to the people of the world Like Tony says,
Yeah, Tony is a walking example, a living
yeah.
example.
You
Yeah.
know, there's another thing I want to say. I actually Googled the stuff while I was living in hospital things, and especially the sports product,
Yes.
it gives off a lot of oxygen at
Oxygen.
cellular level.
Yes.
And you know, being a paramedic, I know about the oxygen cascade. But then you breathe in your 21%. When the oxygen gets down to cellular level, you only have 1.3% that goes into your tissues. But this is the great stuff. This is where.
Hey, slow down, Tony. Don't go there. Don't give us all that hogwash
serious.
there. Start again.
Serious.
Start again with that levels. Educate us about the oxygen levels.
No, like in the oxygen cascade, as I said, at normal atmosphere, you breathe in 21%. And by the time that oxygen gets into your system down to cellular level, it's only 1.3%. And it's not much at cellular level. So with this product, well, after looking at it and researching and looking at the ingredients and see how it worked, it was actually acting more at cellular level than anything else because of the oxygen with the spores in it. Yeah.
Anida Jaikram asked, what if you don't drink coffee?
The teas are there for you. The hot cocoa is there as well.
And the caps.
And the capsules?
Yeah.
Yes.
Lattes.
So there's the teas, the lattes, the cocoa, is it?
The teas, yeah, the hot cocoa and the teas, the red tea and green tea. The red tea is absolutely very potent because it has another superfood in it called the cordyceps. So basically, like the way Tony says, we're not getting the right amount of oxygen in us in order to help our body remove the toxins that we're getting into us. And toxins are what we're breathing in. Unfortunately, if you're at the garage, you're filling your fuel, metal poisoning, you're getting all of that into you. How are you removing it?
Right, so if you want to get all of the product and me, 073-767-5836, you can inbox me or WhatsApp that number, 073-767-5836. Or any questions you have, Rose is there on my team to help you with any question, diabetes, weight loss, whatever condition you have. She will tell you the correct product to go on to. Am I right, Rose?
Yes, yes.
To help you along, and she'll even call you or WhatsApp you and give you advice on your condition and how it can help me. So, Tony, well done on your thing. Any last words?
And it was an absolute miracle.
Yeah.
Because it came right down to the wire just before I go into
Before you go into surgery. Yeah, it was. That's why I wanted to share your story as well. It's a nice, good story. I'm sure you. You being a paramedic, have seen lots of conditions, and yeah, you are in this condition, and to be 1 hour away from amputating your leg, wow.
It's amazing.
And I can imagine the mental trauma that when you went through in that week to yeah.
Counting the hours before we can get take off.
Ish. Scary. Absolutely scary.
Amita says, J is stage 2 diabetes, need advice please. What is stage 2 diabetes?
Stage 2 diabetes is when you're on insulin dependent.
Insulin dependent. Okay. Amita, if you need advice, WhatsApp 073-767-5836. WhatsApp us, inbox me, and I'll get Rose to make contact with you. So 073, let me just get myself on the picture. So 073-767-5836. You should know the number of by heart now, and somebody can post it online. 073-767-5836. That number, by the way, is a bit offline at the moment because my phone has got a virus. I don't know where the phone has been, but WhatsApp it anyway, and I'll get your message, or inbox me and I'll get your message, and I'll put you on to Rose, and we'll take it from there. So yeah, we at the home of Tony Reddy, not Naidu, and he's been, how long have you been a paramedic?
36 years.
36 years. And we lost a good friend recently, eh?
Yeah. Ganpat, yes.
Ravi Ganpat.
Wonderful.
Sammy G.
That's
Sammy G, yeah. So I just thought we'd just mention him because we know of him, and I know him for, maybe 15 years. Followed my comedy career, always been very supportive. So I'll talk like an old bully now. When the bullies talk, hey, I knew Lighty when he was like this, hi. I saw his Lighty with the pram and come to my business and support, and then just sad news to hear of his passing. How long are you? Obviously, you're not working now.
No, I've retired in 2018.
You're retired now.
Medically boarded.
Right. Okay. So there we go. Let's end there. Let me just end with the product. That's the King of Coffees there, and the spore capsule and powder. If you want to know more about it, want to get into it, want to try it out, just WhatsApp me and I'll take it from there. So this is my live for tonight. I won't be coming back on the late night live. I'm going to be having a bit of an early night. Got a long day tomorrow. Arrived in Durban at around about 1 o'clock today. Just been around, getting some stuff done. Razak says, how's it? Witbank is freezing. What are you doing at Witbank? Who asked you to go to Witbank? What are you doing in Witbank? Steel town, that. But anyway, I've been to Witbank, nice place, freezing. Well, I'm sure you're making money there, Razak. All good, and I'll catch you probably tomorrow on the midday report or from Richards Bay. I'm off to Richards Bay tomorrow afternoon. I've got a meeting with Mr. Bobby Greenash. If you guys know who Bobby Greenash is, hash is the clue, green is the other clue, and you and you just take that stuff in to clear your lungs. So Bobby Greenash is a advocate and a promoter of cannabis products, and he's been wanting to meet up with me for a while. You guys know I've been involved with cannabis products for a while, researching it and smoke it every now and then as well. They say it's a tree of knowledge. But yeah, hopefully meeting up with Bobby Greenash, he'll give you some idea of the product and whatever. Have you tried it?
Basically, when it came to my blood pressure,
Let's ask Tonya.
It's about 3.5 years ago,
Yeah.
my blood pressure was out of control.
Yeah,
And I was on like a 300 milligram tablets.
Yeah.
And then I spoke to a lady in Mulanga who made this cannabis oil.
yeah,
And then she said to me, you try this 5 drops under your tongue. I hate the smell of cooking. But I said, what the hell, I've got nothing to lose. And I used it for only 2 months. And my doctor dropped from 400, 300, 200, 150. And now in the last 3 years, I don't take any pressure tablets. And my pressure is perfectly stable
yeah.
for the last
So
3 years.
there you go. That's testimony for. By the way, I've been hosting cannabis markets in Johannesburg, CBD products and CBD oils and the healing qualities of it. Look, it's a vast industry that needs to be brought into line or whatever. But definitely stories like that come across quite a lot about the healing qualities of cannabis. Yeah. But anyways, we will catch you guys tomorrow on the lunchtime midday report over the evening. Until then, keep it. Name is Casey, and I'm out.